Okay, okay, let's start. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start. So today's topic I want to talk about. Give me a moment. Hold on. Is this even working? No. Okay, so. How do I find it? Okay. Okay, so. So today's topic is about, isn't success a beautiful thing and why should we never give up? And what I believe is, in life, we are going to face hardships. In life, we are going to face struggles, regardless if we feel tired, regardless if I feel exhausted, regardless if I have no motivation, no desire, no passion to win and continue in life at all whatsoever. I believe we just have to keep fighting, and in life we just have to keep going no matter what happens in life. I believe it's important that if you want to have confidence in life. Hold on, chat, give me a moment. Seems to be a problem. I believe I believe that if we want to be successful, we should never give up in life. Isn't success beautiful? Let's not give up. What does that mean? So if you truly want success, you have to believe in yourself, you have to have faith in yourself, you have to chase your goals, you have to chase your passions, and in life you have to never give up. That's what I believe. Just have confidence, believe in yourself, step out of your comfort zone and do something. What does it mean to step out of your comfort zone? Stepping out of your comfort zone is to do something that feels very uncomfortable. Exercising in the public for some people is very uncomfortable. Taking public transport for some people is very uncomfortable. Give me a moment, hold on, this is kind of falling. Taking public transport for some people is very uncomfortable. Talking, socializing, even walking outside for some people is very uncomfortable, like walking outside the house. Stepping out of your comfortable zone is so important, and I'll tell you why. Psychologists, they say, when you learn to step out of your comfort zone, you learn to adapt to doing things that feel uncomfortable. But over time, this is growth because you learn to be more confident. And this is very true. If you want confidence in your life, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You need to go outside and challenge yourself. It could be exercising in a public park. It could be meeting new people, talking to people. It could be public transport. It could be going back to studies when you haven't studied for a long time. It could be getting back into work. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, if you do it, there's growth. Because most humans, when they experience discomfort, they don't want to chase things that feel uncomfortable. And when that happens, you want to always do things that feel easy. The average human, he works a 9-to-5 job, earning a basic salary, probably paying rent, living a basic life. There's obviously nothing wrong with that. The point I'm trying to make is, a lot of people, when they try to start business or when they try to chase crazy success, but they don't end up achieving it and living a basic life instead, the reason why this happens is because we don't learn to step out of our comfort zone enough. When you learn to step out of your comfort zone, when you learn to be confident, when you learn to be yourself and always do things that don't feel easy. Over time, you're going to grow in life and you're going to be the best version of yourself. You have to learn that the only way to grow in life is step out of your comfort zone, have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, and say to yourself, I can win in life. Say to yourself, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, no one can stop me, I know I can do it, I know I will do it, I know I can win in life. And it doesn't matter how you feel. Most people, and unfortunately it's a very sad thing, most people, they worship accordingly to the way they feel. Sometimes people feel like, I don't know, I don't think I can be great, I don't think I can be successful, I don't think I'm going to win in life, I don't think I'm going to achieve crazy goals in life. But you have to learn one thing: consistency and discipline. And don't let other people's opinion get into your mind. If someone says to you, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, you're never going to be successful, this is an opinion. And if you think about that opinion turns into a thought. And then when you have that thought, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm stupid, that thought turns into a belief. And then you really start to believe you're worthless, you're nothing. And then it turns into action. You probably give up in life and not try your best to be successful. I promise you, just have confidence in yourself and believe in yourself. You know, recently I started a habit of streaming on YouTube for 30 minutes. I have my iPad in front of me. I'm talking right now to my own. I'm talking on my own on the iPad and no one is watching me. But, you know, this is what I have to do in life. I have to do things that feel uncomfortable, you know? You know, it's not comfortable for me to go on. I find it uncomfortable myself. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm on live and I'm talking and there's people watching me, I get nervous, I get anxious. There's no one watching me right now, so I do feel a little bit more confident. And, you know, I'm recording myself and I'm just recording myself live talking 30 minutes on my own. And, you know, a lot of people, when they want to do something but they start and they see nothing, they give up on that. And I know consistency will get me there. You know, I could go for a month, I could go for a year with 0 viewers while live streaming every single day. It doesn't mean it's not gonna work. It's just about time, patience, dedication, committing and believing into yourself. And this is what I like to do. You know, sometimes I feel energetic, sometimes I feel weak, sometimes I feel like I'm tired, sometimes I feel like I'm not capable of doing it. But I say to myself, just believe in yourself. It doesn't matter how you feel. The problem is when we feel like we can't do it, that's why we give up. When I feel like there's no use, that's where I give up. When I feel like I can't, this is too much for me, that's where we give up. Like, we have to learn to not worship that feeling. And that's what I try to do. I try to not worship those desires. I try to not worship those feelings. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the feeling of, sometimes I don't feel like going on YouTube and streaming. Sometimes I don't feel like going on live and streaming. You know, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm doing it because of discipline. I'm teaching myself to keep myself productive and do something I have passion for. I'm trying to become a famous streamer. And when I say a famous streamer, in the sense of influencing people, being a motivational speaker, traveling around the world, exploring countries, you know, and showing you guys, doing challenges, fitness, you know, I'm trying to do something like that. I don't know how to do that, and I don't really have a lot of confidence to do that, but I just have to keep going no matter what. And it will feel very uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. I just have to keep going, keep trying, and eventually in life I will win. I believe that. Because here's how success works. You fail, but I'm a little bit better. You fail, but I'm a little bit better. You fail, I'm a little bit better. You fail, I'm a little bit better. You fail, little bit better, fail, boom. Now you're successful. And this is life. We're not gonna be successful immediately the way we want to be successful. We just have to learn to, if we want success, we have to be patient, we have to chase it, and we have to yearn for it. You know, become obsessed with being great. When you're obsessed to be great and to be the best, this completely shifts your mindset. Why? Because when you're obsessed to be great, you'll understand that, I need discipline to grow. I need to be away from people who are not supporting my goals or distracting me. I need to believe in myself. I need to focus on myself. I need to love myself. Whatever it is, if you just believe yourself and you do the most effort to chase your goals and do what you can do, I promise you, you will achieve your goals. Have confidence in yourself. Love yourself. Believe in yourself. Negative thought is self-sabotaging yourself. Why? When you think negatively, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm never going to be successful, I'm a loser in life, nothing is going to work for me. You're draining your energy and you're harming no one but yourself. Learn to believe in yourself. Learn to have confidence in yourself. It doesn't matter how you look. If you're skinny, if you're fat, it doesn't matter what people on social media think about you. It doesn't matter what your family or what your friends think about you, or what your peer or what your colleagues at work think about you, or what people in your community in general think about you. We don't care what these people think about us. Learn to believe in yourself, learn to have confidence in yourself, and learn to say to yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm smart, I'm gonna win in life. I know I'm gonna win in life. You might be watching my video right now live, or you might be watching it after I finished my live. And I don't really care if you're watching it while I'm on live, or while you're watching it while I finished my live. I'm gonna keep being consistent. I'm gonna keep trying my best and doing what I can do. Because I believe the only way to grow in life is consistency. The noun of consistency is you are what you repeat, you do every single day. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. The only way to grow in life is by being consistent. The only way to grow in life is by being consistent. When you are consistent, you will grow in life. You will grow to become the best version of yourself. You will grow to love yourself. You will grow to have passion, to step out of your comfort zone and believe in yourself. I always say to myself, I'm handsome, I'm cute, I'm smart, I'm never gonna give up. I'm gonna win in life no matter what is happening. Consistency, you keep going. You keep doing what you need to do, even if it feels like it's worthless. Just believe in yourself, have confidence, never give up, win in life. My life at the moment, it might be boring for some people. It might be interesting for some people to watch. I don't really care, because obviously, this is life. Some audience naturally will be inclined to watch your videos. Some audience would think, what the crack is this guy talking about? And maybe they don't want to watch your videos. Whatever it is, we keep going. Because not everyone is going to like your content. Not everyone is going to agree with what you say. Not everyone is going to love your energy, your vibe. Or if people simply think your content is dead, then people don't want to watch your videos. If they love your content, then they want to watch your videos. I believe my content isn't as interesting at the moment. My quality videos, maybe the way I communicate or the way I talk. I feel like there's something that I'm doing that's not allowing me to find audience or grow in life in general. But what I like to do, I like to just believe in myself, have confidence, say to myself, I will win in life if I keep going. And I don't care what people think about me. I'm going to keep going at it. I'm going to keep trying my best until I win. I'm going to fight until my last breath until I win. Because I believe the noun of discipline is doing what you know you should do instead of what you want to do. And the noun of consistency, as I said, is you are what you repeat, you do every single day. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Now let's talk about the noun of discipline. Doing what you know you should do instead of what you want to do. What does that mean? When you feel like playing video games, don't follow your desires to play video games. Excuse me. When you don't feel like exercising, you exercise. It's important that you have the discipline to do things no matter how you feel, or no matter how your energy is on that day. Like, if you genuinely don't feel like exercising, you exercise. If you feel like playing video games, you don't play video games. Now, I'm not saying you're not allowed to play video games, you're not allowed to watch YouTube, you're not allowed to watch movies, you're not allowed to have junk food once in a while. What I'm saying is have a priority on what's important. Video games ain't important. Watching YouTube videos, junk food, these stuff are not important. Have the discipline to do something you don't feel like. And then you can reward yourself afterwards with like video games, a bit of unhealthy snack if you want. Whatever it is, but only with discipline. Meaning that you limit yourself to how much you do it. Discipline is so important because even when you want to enjoy yourself in life, you limit how much or how often you do it. And this is life. We keep going, we keep trying our best, we keep growing in life no matter what life throws at us. I believe if we truly want to be successful in life, number 1, have discipline. Number 2, have consistency. Number 3, believe in yourself. And number 4, failure is a key to success. You have to learn to fail and get back up. You're not going to succeed more than you fail in life. Like, you have to learn the only way to grow in life is by failing. If you step out of your comfort zone, if you have discipline, if you're consistent with a small action every single day, and if you accept your failures, and on top of all of that, you keep moving on, eventually you will succeed in life. But success is hard. It's a battle. It's a struggle. It's very hard to get there. You will not get there unless you put in effort and you try your best and you do your best. There's no success without struggle. There's no success without hardship. There's no success without trying. Failure is a key to success. If you're not failing, you're not trying. Those who are failing so much, they are trying. And that's why they succeed. If there's no failures in your life, then you're not really, really trying. So there's no success. You might live a basic life and all that stuff, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. But we're talking about those who have big dreams and they really want success. You have to learn to have discipline, to have consistency. Accept your failures, learn and grow from them, and keep going no matter what life throws at you. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it feels, just have the confidence, keep believing in yourself, keep doing it, and no matter what life hits you with, you just keep going at it again, and you will be successful. An advice I can give to everyone is, have confidence and believe in yourself. I don't have a lot of confidence. I get nervous. I'll be honest with you, when I'm on the public, I get very nervous and anxious. And even when I'm on YouTube Live right now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not really the most energetic, the most confident right now. I'm feeling a bit anxious, but that's the only way to grow in life. We just have to keep challenging ourselves. When you challenge yourself, you will grow. Just because I'm nervous, just because I'm anxious, it doesn't mean I can never become confident. Who knows, maybe one day I might even have 50k people watching me while I'm on live, but I have a lot of confidence and I'm so used. We can do it. I know I can do it. I can get used to it. I just have to believe in myself and have the confidence. One thing I want to say is just keep going. No matter what life throws at you, keep trying and keep going at it, and you will win in life. If you fall, get back up and just learn from whatever failure, whatever mistake you made in life, and keep growing. If you fall again, keep growing again. In life, just believe in yourself. One quote I like to say is my own personalized quote. I always like to say to myself, I am Ahmed the Unstoppable. I am Ahmed the Unstoppable. Despite my ADHD, OCD, and mental suffering, I use it to fuel myself and show to others if you suffer the same way I do, there's always hope. If I did this and succeeded, so can you. Don't let anyone stop you. You will win. Ahmed El Farhawi. I always like to say to myself that, just believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, know that you can do it and that you will be successful one day, and just never give up in life no matter what life throws at you. Like, keep going, keep trying, ignore every hater out there, ignore other people's opinion, and just keep believing in yourself. Regardless if you have confidence or not, I promise you, you will grow one day if you believe in yourself. Become addicted to progress, become addicted to becoming great, become addicted to success. Don't be like most people, comfort, dopamine, pleasure. Rewire your brain, change your life, and say to yourself, I can do it, I will do it, and I know I can do it, and I know by the will of God, depending if you believe in God or not, but if you believe in God, I know by the will of God, it will happen in life. Because there's no magic potion. We can't drink something, or we can't do that and eventually we have success. I'm not going to sleep and the next day I'm going to be a millionaire. It doesn't exist. If you want true success in life, you have to grind and chase and go for it and keep going no matter what life throws at you. Keep trying your best. Keep keep being the best version of yourself, and keep trying no matter what happens in life. If one door closes, another one opens. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Never judge a book by its cover. Like, keep trying your best, keep going at it, and I promise you will win in life. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ahmed. This is all what I have to say, but never give up, keep growing, and you will win. Thank you so much.